And so I try to level set and give an independent mind of thought. I understand that doesn't conform to a lot of your views, but that's what I'm here for. Anyway, I'll end.
Your mom, I'm really like, she's refreshing. Your mother is a very dope woman.
I gotta go now, so ciao. Okay.
Bye, Mama.
All right. Have a good weekend, Mom.
But honestly, I think that's why we can tolerate Trent.
Trent's mom.
Okay? That's why we tolerate him, because he has a little bit of tiny bit.
It's like those horrible people that have like a sweet husband or wife, and it's like, damn, how are you cool if your wife or husband is so terrible?
Well, I have a little bit of update, you guys. We're going to get back on it because we have clips to play. We got Michael, who's going to tell us about the court case with the two young girls, the one who disappeared. It wasn't like she didn't know this girl and didn't know this girl's family. This girl literally disappeared from Jeffrey Epstein's mansion on the upper east side. So, just updated. Everybody's talking about this story, you guys. Welcome to 420 from Radar Online. And I got clips because I want you guys to listen to this clip carefully of what Gasoline is doing. I didn't know they took her out the prison to wherever she went for this meeting. They couldn't even go to the rec room or to the visiting room. They literally took her out of jail. Okay, if you guys didn't know that, because they're people, of course, they got drones taking pictures of her, running around the track, drones watching the door for her to go in and out, and Trump's people to go in and out. Yeah, they staying on top of this. So from Radar Online, Gasoline, and I'm purposely saying Gasoline, we've already discussed the proper pronunciation of her French name, and I know how to pronounce it, but I'm doing Gasoline because she's pouring gasoline on all this shit.
Say it once for us.
I'm sorry?
Say her name once.
It's Ghislaine.
Okay, I'll try it again later.
Oh, shut up. So Ghislaine Maxwell's bombshell confession, Epstein's former lover, insists the truth will come out and offers evidence on 100 different people during jailhouse meeting. And it's not jailhouse because I'm going to play this clip and you'll see that she actually left. And 100 people is 1% of actually the amount of people that we're trying to identify. It says Gasoline spilled the tea on nearly 100 different people who could be connected to sex offender Jeffrey Epstein during her 2-day meeting with the Justice Department. She is looking to secure a deal that could reduce her 20-year prison sentence for helping her former lover. And that's another thing, because they said that her and Epstein were not lovers. But she assisted in raping those children, though. While he was having sex with them, she would join in. After her exhaustive interview, attorney David Oscar Marcus says she answered questions about nearly 100 different people. Now that's interesting. I wonder if she answered questions about 100 different people, did she bring the people up, or did Trump's lawyer bring the 100 people up and then she collaborated or denied these people were involved?
The lawyer, I can assure you.
Yeah, because this don't sound right the way they worded it, but I don't know if they know because they weren't in there. But anywho, we'll rock with it. She never invoked a privilege. She never refused to answer the question. So we're very proud of her. Marcus told reporters it's unclear what she may have told prosecutors during their time together. Marcus would only say she was asked about every possible thing you could imagine. No possible deal was announced on Friday, which is today, but Marcus is confident prosecutors want to hear what she has to say. Then he goes on to say again, the truth will come out about what happened with Mr. Epstein, he said, and she's the person who's answering those questions. I think that's the end of article. The rest of it is just going backwards, talking about what happened with the Justice Department. Okay. And Mike, do you want to talk about the case, or do you want me to pull the clip first.
All right, probably if you want to pull the clip first, I'm headed to my car, so so that'll work out if you want to do the clip first.
And can we mention something about Ghislaine real quick?
Sure.
So remember, there's a documentary where one of the victims, I think it was Virginia, who was one of them, and they went to the mansion and stuff like that. And Virginia said that she basically, because she was involved with Ghislaine and all that. She said that they would be riding in a car, and that when they passed like a school or playground, literally, and she said Ghislaine would see girls, and she would be like, pull over,
saying that utility bills,
and then get out and go talk to the girl.
To even
to
wake
like
up in a way,
basically tell her that, hey, you're so beautiful, we want you to model type thing. That was always the hook. So just the fact that she would like be going by schools and playgrounds is really, really sick. So just the fact that they're saying she's been treated unfairly and so on and so forth. I mean, she's definitely going to be pardoned, and we already kind of know, her testimony is going to be a wash for Trump. And maybe that will be enough for the Trump supporters. I mean, because they want to be in denial anyway. So that's all.
And it's so crazy that you said that, though, like the goddess, because it seems like the lawyer is saying all of these things to set it up so that when she is pardoned, it'll kind of soften the blow. Like,
exactly.
It's like,
exactly.
Like she was treated unfairly. They promised not to indict none of the co-conspirators. Like, first of all, what the fuck do the government be doing? Not prosecuting co-conspirators to a sex ring is crazy. That is beyond insane. Like, y'all are really okay with people being able to testify against someone else, get away with the crime that person committed. So that is something this shit gotta stop.
I don't agree that's what, I know that's what they are trying to do, but I'm not convinced that that's gonna happen.
It might not happen, but if it does, though, it's the softening of the blow. You know what I mean? Like, if she does get out, they're going to basically say, well, she wasn't supposed to be in there anyway. You heard what the lawyer said. They said that, they treated her unfairly. They said that they wasn't going to prosecute none of his co-conspirators. They said all of that. Even though we seen the documentaries and all of that, they still going to try to do it to soften the blow. Like, if she get out, that should be, like, cause for concern. But I don't know if MAGA's going to take it like that.
She's not telling them nothing that she didn't know before she got convicted, and she wouldn't tell it before. So now to tell it for a deal, I don't know.
Because she got 20 years. Okay.
No, that's okay.
They asked Trump today if he's going to pardon her, and he said, I'm allowed to, but I haven't thought about it. He literally said, I'm allowed to.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm allowed to? That's probably why they were asking the question. They didn't ask if you weren't allowed to. Wow. Freudian slip.
If you're against child trafficking, but you're going to pardon one of the most infamous sex trafficking individuals, it wasn't just Jeffrey, it was her, like everybody knows, and you're going to say, okay, well, let's pardon her. This is disgusting and sick.
While you're also rumored to be a part of it, because, they won't release files, so we won't know, but you're also rumored to be a co-conspirator yourself as the president, and you're going to pardon. That shit this is beyond scandal. This is some other type of shit.
So can I jump in on that real quick? So what I think people need to start saying, people need to start understanding that that this support for Donald Trump, we need to have an honest conversation and say what it is. You don't care about the economy, you don't care about the deep state, you don't care about the Epstein files. What you care about is white supremacy. For all these supporters of Donald Trump, it's just about keeping the country white at this point. because all the things that they say they care about, they cared about like Pizzagate, they cared about like finding Bill Clinton. With all the stuff that's coming out on Donald Trump, they know there's videos that he was hanging with Epstein. Epstein, out of his own admission, said they were BFFs for like 10 years. I think Trump gave it like 15 years. The stuff on Howard Stern where he talks about like a 12-year-old Paris Hilton and being like floored when she came into the room. What y'all just played about a 17-year-old Lindsay Lohan. The stuff he said about his own daughter, like hoping that like that Tiffany had a rack like her mom, said her legs were already like her mom's. The stuff he said about like his own like with Ivanka or whatever, and talking about the fact that what they have in common is sex. What are we talking about? If anybody, unless these people are, and I'm sorry to use the R word because I just can't think of a better, unless these people are retarded, like what are we even talking about? They don't care. What they care about is keeping the country white, and that's why they support Trump. Period.
Michael, you're 1,000% correct. I read this morning from casino employees that Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein were good friends. They were seen together often. They were at the casino together often. And one night at 1:30 a.m., they brought two women and a 19-year-old onto the casino floor, and they had to tell them that she couldn't be there. They had to go up to Epstein and Trump and tell them that she couldn't be there. She was not of age at 19.
That may have been Gabriella Sabatini, who he was dating.
I don't care if he was dating her. She's not legal to be on that floor.
No, she's not legal to be with Trump.
Right. She's 21 years old is legal, right, for those type of situations.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying what the name is. I'm not making.
I know, hon. I know. I'm not. Talking about this shit is ridiculous. Trent, no one cares about 19. We know you don't care about a 19-year-old being with a goddamn 40-year-old man.
Trenty, go take care of your mommy. Make sure she gets home okay. You don't need to be in here.
I did have a take on Trent too, because I love his mom. Like his mom is amazing. I kept saying in the chat that this is in the safe space, but when hearing her talk, to me, Trent is Carlton Banks. He's the personification of Carlton Banks. If you think about the first Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil and how cool they were, and then what Carlton was, that's what Trent is to me. That's what I kind of look at Trent like that. Carlton was local, but he just
Michael, I got something better though. Trent could be your stepson though. Mike.
Hey,
if you're going crazy, hey.
You guys hurry up and get off the train.
Yeah, Mike, Hey, Trent, hook it up, Trent. Mike, if you're gonna say some shit, you got to be able to back it up, baby. Because there's a big difference. There's a big difference between me and Carlton. I'm not saying that I don't believe a lot of what's going on.
It's on.
I'm not saying that I don't believe a lot of. I agree with a lot of what's being said on the stage. I actually agree with you 100%. I'm just saying nobody cares about 19. 19 is a legal age. What they
it's
are
not legal in a casino.
Anyways,
is it legal to drink? Is it legal to drink alcohol?
Okay, thank you. Thanks, April.
Thank you.
Listen. I don't know the fascination, and Trent maybe, and I don't like bringing.
Can I finish what I'm saying?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks. So nobody cares about 19.
Yes, we do care about 19 when it's an old ass man.
Maybe you got.
Let your daughter Jada.
Maybe you and Shannon care about 19. If I can finish what I was saying, the vast majority of people are going to care about 17 and under, and what may happen is if SWJ, my goodness, WSJ, Wall Street Journal, they have photographic or video evidence of Trump doing something with somebody under the age of 17. It's obviously monumental. I don't think that the Murdochs took this step that they're taking up against Trump without having something very, very, very significant. I think it's going to take photographic evidence for there to be an impeachment, right? So you guys think I'm against you. I'm not. I just know what it takes to implore the masses. To move the masses, you need photograph, you need video.
How do you know?
They're never going to release those photos
let him land, April, let him land so he can take his brother home.
Yeah, my mother is home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was dropped off. That's why she said bye.
That's why he's
Yeah.
able to text now. He just riding
Even
in
take
the
her
car.
to the door?
Yeah, dropped her at the doorstep.
No, he peeled off.
Yeah, we live 5 minutes from each other. But anyway, no, we don't live far.
Hey,
So,
Josh,
but
we
no,
can
but
get back
in all,
on
in all,
Clubhouse.
but in all sincerity, in order for there to be a case against Trump for impeachment, you're going to need photographic evidence. And I do think that there's something significant, like I told you folks. Like I said, Ghislaine Maxwell is going to get a pardon, but there is something significant that is going to drop in the next probably 3 or 4 days from the Wall Street Journal that will turn this on its head. I don't know what that is, but if it's not photographic or video evidence, then I don't know that it changes the narrative enough for an impeachment. Though I'll agree with many of you. Ghislaine Maxwell getting a pardon in the next 3 months, in the next 90 days, is not going to sit well with even the MAGA base. It's going to be seen right through. So we'll see what happens.
Why do we? Okay, I have breaking news. Okay, hold on. I want to see if I can get audio instead of me reading it. Okay, so Donald Trump. I'm trying to see if they got him seeing it on audio. They should have it. Okay. I'm looking at see if I can find audio on it. All right. Anyway, so I can't find the audio on it, but let me just do the breaking news, and I'll try to look for the audio a little bit later because we got tons of things, evidence, what we call evidence in here. Trump drops Epstein. This is from I'm on Fox News, and of course they're gonna publish this, but as of 12:53 Eastern Standard Time. Trump drops Epstein leaked names that media ought to be speaking about amid firestorm. And the article goes on to say President Donald Trump said that those asking about the late financier Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking case should direct their attention to former President Bill Clinton and former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers. Trump's remark came a day after U.S. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche met with Gasoline in Florida amid heightened scrutiny about the case after Trump's administration announced it would not unseal investigative material concerning Epstein. Quote, you ought to be speaking about Larry Summers. You ought to be speaking about some of his friends that are hedge fund guys, Trump told reporters Friday while departing for Scotland. They're all over the place. You ought to be speaking about Bill Clinton. Yep. Trump then accused Clinton, listen to this, we got to talk about the hedge fund guys because you guys talked to me off a cliff yesterday about the hedge fund people. Y'all know who you are. Trump then accused Clinton of visiting Epstein's private island the financier used as a home base for his sex trafficking operations. Trump said, I never visited the island before. Meanwhile, quote, Clinton has also said he has never visited the island either. In his new memoir, Citizens, released 2024, Clinton said he'd never gone to the island and that he wished he'd never met Epstein in the first place. Spokespersons for Summers and Clinton did not immediately respond to the request for comment. Summers previously served as Treasury Secretary for Clinton, as well as the Director of National Economic Council for former President Barack Obama. And let the games begin.
Yes, that's exactly true. And just real loud, I'm going to land right here. Larry Summers and the hedge funds will end up being the story. And this is why there are a lot of people on the conservative right that will be implicated in this. Because that is who your hedge funds managers are, which is why they don't want this 100 names. He gave 100 names of people that will be whatever she says, this is what I want you guys to know. It doesn't matter what happens thereafter. Whatever she says in front of Congress and these 100 names that are released is going to be the gospel for 60 to 70% of the United States. I recognize that what she says will leave out Trump, but what she says will end up being the gospel truth, and then you have to figure out how do you combat that.
Yeah, I agree.
If they're gonna just, he said they haven't decided yet. They're trying to decide whether they're gonna go to Congress or if he's gonna plead the fifth.
Who, Levon?
Ghislaine, her attorney. He said they.
Oh, well, that's because her pardon hasn't been secured yet. When her pardon is, when she gets that guarantee, that's a wrap.
Yeah, because if she goes up there and her stuff doesn't make sense, they can get her for perjury.
You can't get her for perjury. Levon, I've already talked to somebody about this.
I find it funny how the Trumpers are out here ahead of this trying to make it nothing.
She can't be called perjury.
You missed it. We had a room full of
Girl,
Trumpers and it was
listen,
amazing.
they make me tired of this shit.
April, it was so bad, Patty Love.
I would have left with her because I'm sick and tired of hearing this apologist bullshit. And this is how it's going to be viewed, and this is what's going to happen, and blah blah. Like it's fucking nothing. Like this woman didn't go and take young girls off the goddamn street and deliver them to monsters. And it's like, yeah, it'd be like that. This is sick. This is the sickest shit I have heard in a long goddamn time.
And if she gets a pardon, that'll be obvious. If she gets a pardon, it's gonna be obvious.
Not for MAGA, that'll be obvious.
Yeah, I mean, it's a MAGA. No, I mean, you guys accept a bunch of crap that no other party will accept. I mean, come on, dude. You know, I'm not gonna say you, but the party accepts.
They touching young women. That's what they.
The parties are done and the Republicans are done.
That's what
You're
I
not
think.
gonna survive that. If he pardons her, he's gonna pardon her on his last day. And Trent, what you're saying about the perjury, they can get her on perjury if she perjures herself.
You won't know that she's perjuring herself because you've got sealed testimony that's in the house. That's under.
I'm talking about if she testifies before Congress.
Yes, they want to bring her before.
Right. And if she lies, that's
perjury. She lied.
What are you talking about? I don't understand what you're saying.
Okay, I'll explain it to you.
Okay.
You won't know that she lied because she's going to say things that are in line with what the DOJ has already authorized her to say before she's in Congress.
Correct.
She's going to be no way.
Hold on.
So again, the recognition, the lie that is told, right?
Mm-hmm.
You won't know that there's a lie told until sometime in 2029 if there is a Democratic.
Hold on, April. Just let me answer.
I'm trying to get him to hush, Dr.
Stop, Trent. I want to stop you right there. No, that's not true because there are existing documents in the record that her testimony can be measured against.
Yeah, again,
so it's not just the seat. Don't talk while I'm talking because you can't hear me. Stop talking. Some of them are open already.
I get it.
Right? How do you think that they got a hold of this birthday book? Stop fucking talking so you can hear.
Ma'am, I'm understanding.
How do you think they got a hold of this birthday book?
Ma'am, I
because the birthday book is part of the seized evidence from the previous case. So there is existing material against which they can measure what she testifies.
Ma'am, what you have to recognize.
On stage. We got Neil on stage. Oh wow!
But what happened is Epstein took the fifth through most of his testimony.
That's fine.
Can I be next, Dr. Trent?
That's fine.
So these names. So listen, hang on. These names that she has given, she has already paid. See, there's already provided
But
names.
Trent, you're stuck on something that I'm not talking about. The names are not the only details that they can ask her about. They can ask her about dates and times and places. They can ask her about other things for which there is documented evidence.
You're under the influence that the DOJ is a independent form.
I'm not talking about the DOJ.
Okay, then how else do you get this said evidence, right? If Ghislaine
The same way the Wall Street Journal got it. The Congress can subpoena. What is going on?
Man, and that's why I said, if the Murdochs have something that is concrete, that's going to implicate Trump, that's the only thing that you can hang on. But if Ghislaine Maxwell goes in front of Congress, and I do believe she will go in front of Congress, and says that Larry Summers and Bill Richardson and Bill Clinton,
she's not going to say that though.
Okay, she's already given 100 names, ma'am. Who do you think was on that list?
You don't know that she's given 100 names. You've only been told that she's given 100 names.
Ma'am,
you don't know that.
Okay. Sure, she hasn't. I mean, like it's.
We don't know that. We just know what we
Did the lawyer say that?
I know what the lawyer said.
The lawyer said that. You know,
we don't know that.
Yeah, I know that you don't know that. This reminds me of like. Anyway, like,
just
look,
windmilling for Trump right and left. It's wild.
I'm just saying, Trent. I'm just saying, and this goes back to what somebody else said before, right? Because maybe I'm thinking of this too legalistically and not politically. But to my mind, her lawyer saying something is not evidence of the thing.
It was Trump's lawyer.
Right.
It wasn't even her
Trump's lawyer. Or even the deputy AG saying something, it's not evidence of the thing.
Okay, that's what's. See, I
so
understand.
That's where we're gonna just disagree.
All respect. Yeah, I understand that
so
you, in your mind, that don't think that the deputy AG has any standing in this case. But
that's not what I don't think. I don't think that he's honest.
I don't think he's honest either. But that's the problem. 60 to 70% of the United States is going to take the word of the deputy AG and these names that are named, and they are going to be
when we get the names, we will see what the 60 to 70% say when we get the names. Because we don't have the names.
I'll just give you an idea. It'll be everybody except Trump.
Okay, we'll see.
The AG, he's not counting on the thing that he's not counting on is that if she lies about certain situations and things that happened, there are people who were assaulted and essayed in these pictures who are now adults. And they could come in and say, hey, she's lying about this. This is what really happened.
They've all been paid off by JP Morgan.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I am so tired of this. This is so fucking... how do you know all this shit?
Because you don't know.
And I don't know, so you need to provide me some documentation.
You guys should have asked his mom that. Why does he think he's always right? Why does he have experience in all fields? Like, you guys didn't ask those questions.
Because she said he is a clown. You heard her.
Because you can look this up and find out.
You can look it up and give it to me then. Since you know it.
I think you fell on your head when you was a baby.
Ma'am, JP Morgan Chase made a $290 million settlement with the victims. Okay, this is easily for you to freaking Google. Right?
Why did he do that? They know all the victims.
What does that have to do with what we talking about?
All of them. They found every last victim. Is that what you're saying?
Hey, hello?
April, okay, hold on, April. Can you go ahead so I can get Neil in?
I'm done because there's no way they found every last victim.
Okay. Unfortunately, yes, Neil.
Hi.
Hello.
Alright, so first of all, let me start off by saying, I wouldn't say Trump ain't a pedophile, but Obama definitely is.
Mm-hmm.
Those emails weren't real. Those were FBI records that they got on Obama and Hillary. They really got it from Hillary's records. I don't know if y'all remember that case that Hillary had where they were going through her emails and shit. Those were real. Obama was ordering little boys. If y'all need me, now I can post the
link to the FBI records.
Yeah, you can do that.
Who
Yeah, that would
cares? Who cares? Obama is not president, you crazy fuckers. Who cares? Who cares?
I don't hear none of that.
But who cares? Obama is a private citizen.
When y'all side got dirt up on them too,
He's not president, you fool.
Okay. Have you?
What?
Wait. You know what? Have you landed? What's your name? Neil. Have you landed?
He landed out the door. He landed out the door.
He's not here anymore.
He must have swiped out.
Okay.
His phone was barely
Can I just say
working to
something about
begin
what Trent was
with.
saying about JP Morgan? Because he got the facts half right. Can I just say something about it?
Horrible night. Yeah, go ahead. Thank you.
Okay. So Trent was half right about JP Morgan Chase and their settlement. Let me tell you the rest.
People from the stage, please. Thank you. Go ahead, sir, ma'am.
The rest of the story is that it was not for the payoff of for the victims. It was because they allowed for the money transactions to be done from his bank, where he banked with JP Morgan, and they settled because, well, one of the arguments was that the settlement that they should have been able to catch the large transfer of money from his bank account. That's why they settled. It was not like a payoff like the silent people. And if you read the documents and the articles, you will see what the facts are. So he was half right.
Yeah,
You're right.
As the article stated the part of the article stated that I put up, it is that therefore, while a large number of victims have been compensated through JP Morgan Chase settlement, it's not possible to definitively state that all victims have been paid off.
Yeah,
It was
but-
just
Sir,
the ones. It was just the ones. It was just the ones who had been in the lawsuit that filed against
100%.
the bank. It was not all of them.
Yes, your mama, you're 100% correct. But part of the reason
But that's
that
not
you
what
are
you
paid
said. But that's not what you said.
Okay, listen. When you are paid money from a corporation or any entity, you are given a
Okay, can you not do that, please? Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yeah. When you're paid from a corporation, right, or anything, same thing with Shannon Sharp. You sign a non-disclosure agreement. Okay, that's part of what the payoff is for. They don't just give you money and say, "Oh,
Then how do you know it?
Yeah, but the
I know how
non-disclosure,
this.
the non-disclosure, though, sir, would not be about the underlying facts of the case. It will be about the fact that they settled for a particular amount related to the transactions made through JP Morgan Chase.
And then while I completely agree with you on some things. Typically, when people receive money and they don't want to jeopardize it, and in this case, they will be jeopardizing it because of the people that they will be going against, right? In order to speak out.
Who?
And
They going against Jamie Dimon? Is that what you're saying, sir? I'm sorry. I'm really trying to understand, but you really don't know who you're talking to right now. And I actually understand this case a lot more intimately than you might understand. So who they're going after? Who are they going after? Jamie Dimon? Are they going after him? Are they going after the CEO of actually Chase Bank? Who are they going after? Name them.
Jamie Dimon is the CEO.
So let me be clear, Trent, and you can look this up. Jamie Dimon is the CEO of JP Morgan Chase. The retail bank is Chase. That has a CEO too. Do you know her name is Marianne? Did you know that? Did you know that it used to be a black woman named Tashar Jones? Did you know that?
Let's back up for a second. We would not know this information if there was a non-disclosure agreement. And specifically in this case, there wasn't, which is why CNBC, Financial Times, you name it, is reporting on the facts given from the case. Because it's not grand jury testimony. It's not sealed by a judge. It's not sealed by a court. Which is why we know about the exact amount of the settlement and the number of trafficked women, right, who are getting compensated. It's
learn something.
right. It's not all of them. It's a select number, as Yo said. If the case was grand jury, we wouldn't know any of this. If there was a non-disclosure agreement, people wouldn't be able to talk to the media. Go ahead.
So this is the irony is he said. Chase, the irony of Trent is foolishness is that he said the CEO of Chase was Jamie Dimon. But when you Google, and the fact is that Chase, the retail bank, the place where you go in and you actually go to a teller and you ask them for money, the CEO of that is named Mary Ann Lake. It used to be Mary Ann Lake and Jen Pizak, but you don't know that though, but you know everything else.
Okay, so it's fine. The problem is, Eagle, with what you're looking at is...
These women are giving Trent an ass whooping. God damn, Trent, pick your ass up off the
Here's the reality of the situation.
He's in here trying to cover Trump, that's all. As you
Let me tell you something. If I were Trent candidate, I would cash my Donald Trump check right now and sit down somewhere because his ass be just pulling shit out of his ass left and right.
Here's the reality of the situation. Trump is not running again. So you've got a 2-year...
He is running again. Trent, what are you talking about? We don't have to vote no more. Don't you listen to Steve Bannon? He has told us in the summer of this year, they're going to tell us about our plan. We don't have to vote no more. Go listen to your leader, Steve Bannon.
Okay, that's fine. He's running for a third term. Here's the reality. You've got a 2-year window basically in which you can bring a second claim. All I'm saying from a public perspective, if Ghislaine Maxwell, which I do believe, I think it was Dr. Goddard or whoever said, I do believe they're going to put her before Congress because you're going to get the most visibility that way.
That lady is in jail. What are they going to do? Grant her access to the outside? She has a 20-year sentence. You know what she's trying to do? Trent, just listen to me 1 second. Just listen. Calm down. Go on mute for just 1 second and let me listen to me. Listen to your mama, okay? Because you literally don't listen to nobody else. Listen to your mama. You think that lady wants to jeopardize her ability to see freedom? She is actually petitioning right now to have a new trial because she said she was treated unfairly. Do you think she would jeopardize all of that for Donald John Trump? Do you really? Follow your leader, boy. Follow your leader.
Yeah, boy. Okay, I get it. You sound very intelligent. But I'm just trying to, again, trying to get...
You're trying to come after me to say I'm not intelligent because of my accent. Let me tell you something, brother. You don't know who you're talking to. You don't know the information that I have. And every time you come on these stages, you sound a fucking mess. And you are a disgrace. You don't know nothing. I wish I could call one of your supervisors and tell them how you are sounding on this app because you don't read and you sure can't write.
Man.
So they don't know about your mama. Trent is obviously. Trent, you should fall back now.
What you know about me? What you know about me? Now let's stick me properly.
Already. Again, all I'm trying to say, look, and I'm trying to be very even-keeled on this, is if I believe that they will call Ghislaine Maxwell before Congress, right? And because Trump's going to want maximum exposure. This is straight out of Roy Cohn's playbook, by the way. This is McCarthyism. If Mike's on stage, this is McCarthyism.
Are you leaving soon?
Yeah, I am. But this is the reason why you got to know, because you can look at Roy Cohn, right, and what McCarthy did during the McCarthyism era.
Are you taking us back to the Cold War, boy? What is going on?
Yeah, yes, I am, because...
For what? Let's stay in 2025, can we?
Yeah, okay. Roy Cohn is partially one of the people who trained me.
We already know.
Trent is great. I have a when Trent is done, I I have the
He's
when
done.
Trent Lens. I have the clip of Trump actually talking about Clinton being on the island 28 times.
Yeah, he
Right.
wastes
And-
he
and
wastes
so-
stage time. He wastes stage
And
time
so-
and takes
and
some
so
other
what-
people to be able to speak to repeat shit we already know and done heard him say 3,000
and-
And
times.
repeat lies.
I'm not. I don't think these are
Bro, that is really
What I think will happen is they will call Ghislaine Maxwell before Congress for maximum exposure, and she will say name. And
She's not
He's
gonna
gonna
say
rip
no
off
names.
her mask and be Roy Cohn.
no,
I have one more clip herself. I have one
Absolutely, Dr. A.
Thank you, Angela Lansbury. We're looking at
Leave the beef ledger alone.
Can I ask one more question?
I got one more question.
Yeah, I just have one more question and I'm done speaking. But
Sure,
Mr. Cannon, you just said that she's going to be hauled in front of Congress. Which committee might call her, and who is the chair of that committee? Because the last time that I checked, in both the House and the Senate,
That's a house.
controlled by Republicans, you know, the grand old party, who might call Miss Maxwell to Congress? And which committee might she go in front of?
Okay, yeah, it'll be the House Oversight Committee. Yes, it is run by Republicans. This is why you have Todd Blanche going to the prison.
Who is the chair of the House Oversight Committee? Let's not skip. Let's get this straight. So it goes in front of the House Oversight Committee. Who might be the chairman or chairwoman? Thank you.
It's a male. I can't remember who it is.
No, don't come in here. No. We're not going to come in here and just start saying stuff and thinking we could just say anything and not source up. You're going to have to source up, sir.
Not up in here.
Source up.
Yeah, I don't know who the chair of the House
Hashtag source up.
is. I don't have time to look it
Hell
up.
yeah.
But what they'll call her before Congress, and the reason why you go to the prison to get her cooperation is so that you know what she's going to say and what name she's going to drop before you place her before the House committee. That is why they gave her qualified immunity. I've been saying this for like a week now.
Sir, the next time you come before this committee, would you please have your homework done before you waste all these good people's time like this? Hey, can we hop on to the next
I mean, so just all good. I'm gonna land right here. So look, I'm not telling you that I want this to happen. This is what I believe that they're setting up for, and this is how you have to be ready to be.
We're gonna be ready now that you
Okay, Trent. See ya.
Shit, go get that Johnny Walker.
Okay, so anybody want to jump in before I play this clip? Anybody have anything relevant to say before I play the clip? This clip is Donald Trump talking about people need to be looking someplace else and not at him. Like, for example, Bill Clinton and in reference to Jeffrey Epstein. And also, they need to be looking at this summer guy who was on Obama's, where was he? Oh, this guy from. So it is former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers and Bill Clinton. So you can hear him say it out of his mouth. And I haven't heard this clip, so it's not that, whoa, is it only 30 seconds? Okay, hold on for a second. Let me see the other one.
That's all we need is 30 seconds, I promise you. Oh my God. At least
No, baby, you need to hear the whole thing so you know what exactly is going on at 30 seconds. What are you, microwaves? Popcorn? We got this. All right, here we go. And this one's not 30 seconds. Oh, it's not going to queue up? Hold on for
focus on how well the country's doing, or they should focus on the fact that Barack Hussein Obama led a coup, or they should focus on the fact that
Oops, damn it. Hold on, y'all. My computer just...
Obama led a coup. It's crazy.
Hold on for a minute. Okay, hold on. I don't know what just happened. Okay, here we go. Let me cue it up again and bypass the commercial.
the country's doing, or they should focus on the fact that Barack Hussein Obama led a coup, or they should focus on the fact that Larry Summers from Harvard, that Bill Clinton, who you know very well, and lots of other friends, really close friends of Jeffrey Summers, should be spoken about. Because, Jeffrey Epstein should be spoken about. And they should speak about them, because they don't talk about them. They talk about me. I have nothing to do with the guy.
Are you considering
Easy.
doing business?
Yeah, I'm going to meet with the Prime Minister right now. We're going to be over there in about 6 hours. We're meeting with the Prime Minister tonight. We're going to be talking about the trade deal that we made and maybe even improve it.
Are you considering climate change for the
White House today. I saw homeless people sleeping right outside the gates of the White House. Are you concerned about that? I think it's terrible, and we'll have them removed immediately. We do remove it. We've got to get the mayor to run this city properly. This city has to be run. I have the right to take it over, and I think it's terrible. Where are they? Where did you see them? Right outside on Pennsylvania, near the Treasury. Right across the market. Have you heard about Well, I don't want to talk about that. What I do want to say is that Todd is a great attorney, but you ought to be speaking about Larry Summers. You ought to be speaking about some of his friends that are hedge fund guys. They're all over the place. You ought to be speaking about Bill Clinton, who went to the island 28 times. I never went to the island.
Pants on fire.
That's the end of that. 28 times he said he never went to the island. So take that as you want.
So going to the island is not a crime. Do they have something else?
There's no evidence he hosted events that was like people actually rented the island or had events on his island.
But there's also no evidence that Bill Clinton went to the island. The evidence is that Bill Clinton flew on the plane. There's no evidence he went to the island.
Well, we don't need to really focus on the island.
I heard a clip of Clinton saying he would love the files to be released.
Yeah, there's no evidence there's no flight logs that placed him on the island, and it's not 28 trips, it's 26 trips, flight logs that he took flights to Asia and Africa, but not Epstein Island.
I think the real shame here is that he gets to say all of this stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry, Debbie. Go ahead,
I'm
Debbie.
sorry.
No, you go ahead, Debbie.
I was just saying, I think it's a shame that he can just say all of this stuff.
Right, he's lying.
Whether it's true or not.
He should be sued for defamation of character.
It's not his job.
He should be sued for
every time, I don't even talk that much. But y'all go ahead. I'm tired.
No, Debbie, I need for you to finish. I don't need for you to have other people talk over you and then you don't speak. Go ahead, Debbie. Thank you.
I mean, I was just saying that that's not his job to mitigate stuff that's going on. He is the president. And that part, I don't understand why everybody's not in an uproar over that part. It doesn't even matter what he's saying. Why is he saying it? That's all I'm saying.
And so to answer the island part, stuff just didn't happen on the island. Stuff happened at his Upper East Side mansion. That's where the one young lady said that Trump took her virginity. So we don't have to focus everything on the island. They were having parties everywhere. He also has a mansion, I think, in New Mexico or Arizona. I forgot which state it was. Can you mute your mic when they were chewing or do whatever you're doing? Thanks. So, yeah, let me...
But Lisa, I think the comment was made because the comment that he made was Bill Clinton went to the island 28 times. So what was being corrected was that there's no evidence that Bill Clinton went to the island 28 times. So it was just specific to the comment that he made.
Oh, I thought LeBron said that he went 26.
No, he didn't. No, there's no evidence he went to the island at all.
Oh, wow.
He used the plane. He was listed 26 times on the plane, and it was for other trips, Asia, Africa, and other trips.
Yeah, that's what I said, Lisa.
I just put something in the chat that you might find informative. Whoever would click on that might want to take a look.
So Trump is lying again, Lisa, and he's deflecting. He's lying and he's deflecting. He's trying to redirect attention from himself to get them to say, Squirrel, look over here. Look at Clinton. Look at all these other people. And it's not me. And it's just a pack of lies. That specific thing is a provable fact unless something else comes, to light. But from everything that I've seen that's in the public discourse, there's no evidence of flight logs to him on Epstein Island.
I just have a question. If it's about Larry Summers and Bill Clinton, why wouldn't they just release everything anyway? If it's not him, then why not just release it and show how it's all the other people that he's listed? Why won't he do it?
It's his name is on there all over it.
But I'm saying, if he's saying that he's not on it, then why won't he just let them why won't they let the FBI release the information? You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying, but the answer is he's lying. His name is on there. That's why he's not going to do it.
Well, again,
his name is on the paperwork or whatever documents, the 3 gigabytes. His name is on multiple. We don't know what the papers are or what files he's on, but his name is all through and through documents, and he knows that. I don't know. We don't know what kind of documents, but that's why he doesn't want. That's what I think. Why he doesn't want those documents.
Him and other prominent individuals was the.
Yeah. And I think Elon knows, and I think Kash Patel was dropping dime and was snitching. And that's why Elon Musk could have said his name is on that.
You know what doesn't make any sense to me? Like, I'm just sitting and thinking, like, so if Clinton was implicated in all of this, during what time did this happen? Was it before he was in office, or was it after? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me that Bill Clinton would be like involved in anything. Like even though he's a freaky ass old man, right? It just I just don't even. I'm trying to figure out how.
I ain't swearing to nobody.
I believe definitely.
I'm not trying to like, make any excuses, but I'm just like, he would be that stupid to do it while he was president, or even after he was president, when he had the Monica Lewinsky situation and all of that. He would be on a private island with a Wall Street person fucking on little girl. I just don't.
Yes, Brooklyn. Yes, he's that stupid. Well, he's that stupid.
Okay.
Did you ever see that painting?
Yeah, but we're not doing Bill Clinton. We're on Epstein and.
Yeah, but real quick, Brooklyn.
Yeah, but it don't matter. We're talking about the sexting, so it don't matter.
Yeah, but it matters. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Did you see the painting that Epstein had of Bill Clinton in the skirt, dressed up like a woman? Brooklyn.
Wait, did you see?
What does that mean, though?
Hold on. Who did that sound like? Hold on. Did you see the picture? Did you see the picture? I just want to know, did you see it? Because I know what I read in the newspaper, and it says, according to people who saw the picture, meaning the reporter didn't even see it. So did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Where is it? Show it to me. Pull the PTR. Source up.
Click on the link in the chat that I put in there, and you can see the picture.
Okay, so did Bill Clinton take the picture?
No. Epstein
It's a acquired, right?
It's a
So
painting.
what the fuck do
Epstein-
it? Okay. So
Epstein
somebody
acquired the picture from an amateur artist.
that drew a picture that Bill
Yes, he
Clinton
had a picture, and it was another picture too. I can't remember what the other picture was of, but it was another picture that she did these two pieces, and it was like this protest art. This person's she's like an art student, and Epstein bought the picture.
And so she's just a random ass person.
Yes.
That just thought it would be funny to
it was
take
part
a
of a
picture of Bill
project.
Clinton.
I can't remember the
And
exact
that's what
details.
we're relying on? That's the evidence? Like, come on, y'all.
Oh, no. That's not what I'm relying on. I'm just asking if you saw that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
No, because I don't think nobody saw it. I didn't see it. I definitely didn't see it. I heard about it, but
I just told you if you want to see
I
it.
don't understand.
It's in the chat.
But I don't understand what it would mean. Like, what would be the point of it? Like, somebody made a funny. That's like that's like somebody made a fucking painting a funny. Wow.
Yeah, but
okay.
you know these are homophobes. MAGA's full of homophobes. So that the Clinton address, you know what I mean, is par for the course for, more character assassination.
So, I don't think Clinton had an issue with him having a fucking big ass painting of him with his legs crossed in a dress, in a skirt with lipstick on?
I don't know. What did he say about the picture?
Oh, y'all.
No, I mean, he may have had an issue. He may have had an issue, which is part of the reason why Epstein bought the photo. You see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they play around like that. So Epstein could have done it out of being vindictive to Clinton.
Yeah.
They could have done it as a joke, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, but the existence of it, like, ultimately, it doesn't mean much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no history of
Yeah, like, what the fuck does
or
it
anything. Nothing.
And it certainly doesn't point to him fucking on little girls neither.
Right.
Like, I just don't. I mean, certain things just don't make sense, and that just don't make no fucking sense. And you can't say that because Epstein had a painting of it. It make the fact that he had that painting of Clinton make it all the more make it where it doesn't make any more sense. Because why would Clinton fuck with somebody that got a painting like that of him? Like, seriously. You understand? Like, I just.
And Epstein was an asshole. Epstein was a known asshole. I mean, he did a whole bunch of stuff.
And the painting was making fun of Bill Clinton and the whole Monica Lewinsky thing and the gender bending and all of that. So, I mean, yeah, I just think they doing too much with the painting. I mean, it was an art student's project.
That's funny, man.
And when he bought the painting, I think it was like $1,000 he paid for it. I mean, it's not like it's
it doesn't make any sense.
But here's the thing, Haitian, what do you think that it means?
I don't give a fuck what it means, but at the end of the day, Bill Clinton to me is just as suspect as anyone else. That's all I'm saying. Bill Clinton is not some fucking angel. So that's it. I'm not gonna make any. Hold on. I'm not gonna make any excuses for Clinton. Clinton's a piece of shit like the rest of them.
But I didn't say that he was.
Hold on.
I didn't say you did.
Wait, hold on. So we can, even though we can have critiques of Clinton, but Clinton, so the stuff that we know about Clinton, right, is he's like a philanderer, right? We know about that. But there has never been any accusation that I recall that has anything to do with any children. Like, so that's why I'm just trying to understand what connection you're making between Epstein, Bill Clinton, and this painting.
Yeah, I wouldn't really say that when it comes to Clinton. Because Clinton also got motherfuckers that were over there child trafficking in Haiti released. So let's really not go down the Clinton road.
Okay, no. I mean, I just wanted you to make the connection. Okay, so you're basically saying there's a loose connection around this whole Clinton and Epstein thing because Clinton
pardoned or got some human trafficking charges swept away in Haiti.
I'm saying that they're all pieces of shit. And Clinton is the devil, like fucking everything. That's what I'm basically saying.
But come on, Haitian, we got to be a little bit more precise than that, right? Like, I mean, we just got to be a little bit more precise than that. And in case in point, right? Because when I saw Chris Tucker's name, right, and it's so funny because I had, I'm trying to think. Chris Tucker, he came to my city last year, and he was talking about. I don't know if you've ever been to his show or any of y'all. But he just tours around. So his tour consists of telling all stories about his life, like his work with Jackie Chan, and so on and so forth. One of his stories is he imitates Bill Clinton, but one of his stories is about going to Africa with Bill Clinton. Mm-hmm. So when I saw Chris's name, and they were like, Chris Tucker's name is on the Epstein list, and he's on the flight logs, et cetera, et cetera. And then I looked, and it was like, then it came out that Clinton used one of Epstein's planes to go to Africa. I knew that, I mean, if you know anything about Chris Tucker, there's never been any, accusations about him messing with children or anything like that. He's actually very square. But I knew that part had to be, that part was likely true. Because he told the story about flying to Africa with Bill Clinton. And then he told that whole story. So just because somebody is listed on a flight log doesn't mean that, it doesn't automatically mean that they're a pedophile.
Yeah,
right? So that's all.
Yeah. I mean, no, yeah, I got you with that, but let's just keep it a buck. Clinton's a piece of shit. Just like the how many females did he have illegitimate kids possibly with? Like, come on, like Clinton's a piece of shit. At the end of the day, to me, anyone on the left, if they hear that, should just say, okay, well, if Clinton is part of it, lock him up. Not like, well, why do you think Clinton's this? Why do you think Clinton's that? Clinton's a piece of shit.
Well, no, because you led with the painting. That's why. The reason why we're having this conversation is because you suggested that the painting meant something, and we were trying to understand. But I hear you, because I do fully believe that Clinton has so-called illegitimate children out there. No question about it.
Danny Williams. That's fine. I don't see how that still is like. Those are two different
things. Yeah,
they're so far away from each other on the spectrum that I don't see how you can just take whatever you know about him and then match it up with what Trump's saying, because it don't make no sense. It don't. Like, yes, they said that Clinton also wrote him a birthday letter, but it was so boring. It wasn't really nothing to write home about. But what Trump wrote him was very interesting with the picture that he drew. Like, these people know each other, of course, but I don't think that Clinton would be that dumb. I just don't. As a former president, he was a former president at the time. With him already being involved in a scandal as such, if he does anything, I'm sure that he would be way more careful to do it with a nigga like Jeffrey Epstein. I'm just saying, like, I don't see it, but it's possible. I'm not saying that it's not, but it doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. And did y'all know that Clinton is younger than fucking Trump? That shit is crazy. How is that possible? Well, go ahead. Y'all go ahead on.
Yeah, I mean, the MAGAs, they're going to do everything they can to deflect, to lie, to make it about Clinton and Obama. I mean, we gotta separate some stuff. I mean, if there's evidence, there's evidence, but there's no evidence when it comes to some of these people being pedophiles, but there's a ton of evidence when it comes to Trump and his bullshit. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of reasons why people are not, but that they don't rock with Clinton. I mean, we can run down the list, but pedophilia is actually not one of them.
So, Trump yesterday was overheard in the office that somebody had brought up once again. They're not going to let this man live because they're going to keep on hammering him. But he was overheard yesterday in the Oval Office when somebody brought up, when Republicans, I guess he was having some type of meeting with somebody, and brought up the fact that, wanted him to comment on what was going on with this whole Justine thing. And he said, I'm sick and tired of this, and they're going to fuck me over anyway. So that was him yesterday in the office. This is obviously getting to him. And which is shit. If he would have been honest in the first place, we wouldn't be here. But he couldn't. It's hilarious the things that he said. He's going to have to keep lying. And then he says he wasn't there. Okay, what was... oh, God, there was an article. Okay, so he was hoping that he was on the list, but he's clear that he is on this list for some reason. And you guys saying there's other reasons than him going to the island. Okay, that's fair. But, everything didn't happen on the island when it comes to the raping of young girls.
Yeah, and it makes more sense, Lisa, for Trump to spend most of his time with Epstein and the girls right there in New York at the mansion.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
My bad, Dad.
No, you good. I was gonna say yes. A majority of the stuff, the shit that happened, that went down between him and Epstein and the girls, happened in Manhattan, right there in Manhattan. He didn't have to go too far, in Florida, because they had a lot going on in Florida too as well, from my understanding.
Look at all the modeling agencies. They're all interlinked. So Trump had his own modeling agency. The Casablanca guy had his own modeling agency. I think Michael was signed to Casablanca. I think he was charged or sued for either was inappropriate or or something. I know the Casablanca guy was charged. And then another one of their pals who had a spinoff agency, he took his own life in prison. He was charged, and he did suicide as well. So Trump was all caught up with all of those. All of his buddies all had these modeling agencies, and all of them either had allegations or were charged with either sexual abuse in women or trafficking, or all of them. So I just say where there's smoke, there's fire. There's lots of video with him yucking it up with Epstein. He was at his wedding. I mean, the connections are much closer than anyone else that we have seen.
It's so close, like the what is it? 5 degrees of separation is mad in this in this story, this Epstein story from the what's his name, Cohen. The Roy Cohen guy that y'all was talking about the other day, to somebody that was on his former administration, to his lawyers, like they are so connected, like it's ridiculous. And if one did it, and they all kind of do the same thing, like Trump was a beauty pageant. He invested in beauty pageants. That is a sex trafficking fucking dream. What are we talking about?
But the part is the young girls sex trafficking, the young girl beauty pageant. Why would you be interested in having a beauty pageant for teenagers, which really got me off guard? Right. And back taking a personal tour while they changing their clothes, and from the gown to the swimsuits. 15-year-old girl said he came back there, repeat this again. Came back there. I'm gonna try to find her clip. Came back to the back, and she was changing into her bathing suit. And here comes Trump going through this teen pageant with these girls back there naked. So yeah, he's a great guy.
One day, Lisa, do a deep dive on the modeling agencies. That's how they got a lot of these girls. They came to New York with a promise of wanting to be a model, or they promised them that they can get them gigs or what have you.
then they would have them go to these parties or whatever. And they were young, like 14, 15, 13. Haitian, when you have time, Lisa, you gotta listen to that clip with Uncle Luke from Two Live Crew. And he did that interview years ago, before any of the stuff broke. So, I mean, I don't think he would lie. Yeah, I'll put it in there again. It's very interesting. Let me see if I can put it in there again.
What did he say, Lavon?
Yeah, I knew that was you.
Lavon, what did he say?
He said Trump invited him to a party he was having at in Palm Beach. I think he said also Eddie Murphy and somebody else was there. Let me try to find it. It's in the chat. You might have to look up for my name, but let me see if I can put it again. He said he went there. They didn't have any music, no DJ. There were a lot of women and girls there. He said they seemed to be young. There was some drugs, but the young girls peeking around, people were doing stuff. And he was like, let me get the F out of here because I don't want to be, he didn't use the word blackmail, but he said he didn't want to be getting caught up with anything like that and come back to him. Let me see if I can find it again. So, you know, Luther Campbell, that's from Two Live Crew. Uncle Luke is down there in Miami.
I'm on tour. I remember Two Live.
I know, I agree. And he gave this interview, like...
He's out in my yard, by the way.
What's that?
He's from my country, by the way.
Oh, Luther Campbell?
Yeah.
Oh. So you not pop that coochie?
Nah, he's not Jamaican, Dad. He's Bahamian.
He Bahamian, yeah. I was saying, that was like, no.
He's a yardie.
Pop that thing, baby. Pop that thing, baby. Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, the sweet as gold.
Pop that thing, baby. I
Brown.
wanna rock.
305 music. That's that 305. Let's see if I can find it.
This is so inappropriate. Oh my god.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, Brooklyn.
That's what you was thinking about. Dr. AG, that's what I'm saying.
Think about the context here, people.
Oh.
I was in your mind. Listen, I love Dr. AG mind. I was like, I know she like, what the fuck is going on right now? So I had to say it.
What about that song? Coming around the chain.
Okay, we don't need change. Thank you.
Okay, so what happened to Michael? He was supposed to go over that case file with Lisa Bloom. He's out?
No, I'm
Michael's
still
right
here.
there. Okay, Michael,
Yes,
you
there's
ready?
been a whole bunch of conversation. You were gonna play a clip
I
of
know.
Stop at
Trying to-
Starbucks, so yeah, but you're fine.
Okay, no. Sorry. Okay, what did you say, Lavon?
I put the clip in the chat.
What clip is in the chat?
Yeah, don't make me curse you out, please.
Wait, what clip is in the chat?
There, Uncle Luke. It starts at 6:45.
What is that about?
That's him talking about what he saw at the party Trump invited him.
Okay, go ahead, and then we're going to get on this thing with Michael because we want to get into this case before it gets too late.
All right, and also, Michael, I don't think you thought we peeped that. We're doing Starbucks just late, bro.
Michael's studying.
Donald Trump.
Started at 6:45, Haitian.
Yeah,
All right, y'all, welcome to the show. I hope everybody's having a Rob and Kylan. We went there to, oh boy, have what I think is a bunch of victims, and they were able to dig up this old interview with a celebrity, with a well-known rapper, who talks about going to a Trump party in the early 90s. And what happens from there is absolutely astonishing. This story should not just be on Midas Touch. This shit should be all over MSNBC. It should be all over CNN. If Fox News had even a thread of a conscience, it should be over there. Of course, it won't be. But this is wild what you're about to hear. Listen to this. An old interview with someone who attended a Donald Trump party in the early 1990s has emerged. One of Donald Trump's celebrity friends at that time, his name is Luther Campbell. You may know him as the rap moniker Uncle Luke. He was part of the band 2 Live Crew. And he did an interview with Sirius XM about 10 years ago on a show called Make It Plain with Mark Thompson. And during this interview, Luther Campbell, aka Uncle Luke, talks about how in the early 1990s, he was at Donald Trump's house in Palm Beach, and he left this party when he saw people there who he thought were underage girls. He described the scene as looking like it was from Eyes Wide Shut with Tom Cruise and Nicole Campbell. He said he saw drug use and he had to just get out. Let's take a look at this interview. Here's Uncle Luke in his own words on Make It Plain. Let's play the clip.
If the man took us around the house, okay, he said, look, I got all these women. I got these women from the pageant. They're going to be here. So we went. He was like, hey, man, I got a pageant down here. I'm hosting these women at the house. Okay, up in Palm Beach, they send some cars to pick us up. We get in the cars. We drive up there. Me, Mike, Eddie Murphy, we all in our own individual cars. Car service drove us up there. We got there. He showed us around the house. Told us about this mansion, the history behind it, and all that. This golf course. It was dark. We couldn't see the golf course and things like that. And then, before you know it, hey, man, y'all enjoy yourself. We got cocktails and everything. And before you know it, the rooms and everything start popping. There wasn't no DJ. It was more of hey, get in when you fit in. Whatever room you're going to go in, you go into that room.
So you say no DJ? There was no music? Or the music
No,
was
there wasn't no music.
No music.
That's the interesting part about it. There wasn't no music.
So women just naked in rooms with no music.
Hey, people walked around. It wasn't, listen, it wasn't nothing wrong with that. I was happy to be at that party, but then at the end of the day, when I started looking at some of these girls' faces, I was like, man, these girls don't look like they're old enough.
So do you understand what they're saying here? He's saying, I went to this Trump party, and after a pageant, he had a lot of these girls go to this party. They were underage. There was sex. And this was all happening out in the open. And remember, Trump ran these, this modeling agency. Trump ran this Miss Teen event. Trump ran Miss Universe, I believe it was, for a while. There's stories about him walking in on these girls while they're getting dressed and then being fucking mortified at that fact. Like, what are you doing? But he owned the pageant, so he thought, I could do whatever the fuck I want, right? Here we have validation. Underage sex parties, underage orgy parties at Trump properties. I don't know why this isn't a bigger story.
I didn't ask nobody their age. And then all the other stuff going on. It was like, okay, I can't be up there. I got to go. If I'm going to jail, then somebody's going to extort me. I really, I don't do drugs. Never did it in my life. I smoked marijuana 2 times, when I was in high school. And I didn't like the experience as far as drugs. I may have sold drugs. I never liked the people who I sold them to when I was young, because I thought they were stupid for buying it. So I never cared to indulge in it. So when I do see people doing it, when I'm around it, I get away from it. Put it that way.
And here, Uncle Luke again talks about showing up. He was there with Mike Tyson. He was there with other celebrities. And he talks about how the girls there were so young. He didn't want to be around it. He thought that he could also be extorted if he was there. Listen to him in his own words again, talking about the event. Let's play it.
Let me tell you, the thing is, when you're around a lot of models and a lot of these pageant women, because that's what mostly was. It was mostly pageant women. And a lot of these women ain't of age. So when you got a whole bunch of these women running around, whether they of age or not, there's a lot of things going on. You just, some women look too young. So you move. So it wasn't nobody beating no women, nobody taking advantage of no women. I mean, they were all enjoying themselves. That's what they were there for. But were they old enough to be enjoying themselves? I don't know.
Was there sex? I guess that's a stupid question not to ask. Okay, so I think I got you now. You're saying that all this was going on and you weren't clear as to whether these were adults.
I wasn't clear whether or not they were adults, and I wasn't clear whether or not, whether I wanted to be in that kind of environment where some of these other things that was going on in it. I ain't gonna too much elaborate about everything else that was going on outside of the sexual act.
Well, my brother, we love for you too. We love for you too. That's why we on Sirius XM. Because we can open up. We on Sirius XM. We can bust it wide open right here.
The drugs and the alcohol and the sex and all that. But I don't talk about the drugs and the alcohol and the sex.
But now you did say that if you were on XM, you could talk about it. So that's why we're here, man. I mean, people inquiring minds want to know.
I said I can use the profanity and all that, and talk about, naked people and all that. But then the drug part, I don't want to talk about that part of it.
Jesus Christ, bro. So here's the thing. I mean, now this is, I lost count of all the evidence we have. I mean, you can go back and watch that video that we did. It was titled something like "Exposed Trump is how Trump is in the Epstein files." I don't remember the fucking title. You guys go find it. I did a video which is basically like, proof Trump is in the Epstein files, right? And go watch that. We got a whole bunch of evidence that indicates that of course he's in the Epstein files there. But even since I did that video, I've been hit with story after story and new revealed fact after new revealed fact. And I'm looking at this thing going, this goes way deeper than even I thought, bro. I mean, my mind was blown when I saw that this motherfucker, he was 40-something, 50-something years old, and he owned a modeling agency where he was handling girls as young as 13 and 14 years old, and they were scantily clad in front of him. And then he got that story that was, what was it, the Daily News, I believe it was, New York Daily News. Talked about the underage women at the sex parties at the Trump hotels, and he participated in that. That was on the record in 2015, 2016. And now it's all coming to light. Why? Because Trump made it very clear with his actions that he literally was best friends with Jeffrey Epstein. He was a client of Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein has tremendous dirt on him. And so now people's antennas are tuned to that. And they're going, oh shit, what the fuck else is this man hiding? What is he hiding? How dark is this? Was he involved in international human sex trafficking? Is that what this modeling agency front group was? Why were you friends with so many prolific pedophiles? Right? Like, what is this? And here's a super important point. I really hope the conservatives are listening to this because this is really important. You guys told us for so fucking long, particularly when it comes to Hollywood. Hollywood is they're satanic elites who think that they play by different rules and they get away with all these criminal things because they view themselves as above the rest of us. This is what you guys tell us. This is what you've been saying for a hot minute. Well, now we have a story. Well, here it is. Here it is. Donald Trump owning these pageants, underage sex parties, casually inviting other celebrities to it, playing by different rules, getting away with. There's 27 different accusations of sexual harassment and sexual assault against this man, and a lot of the women have shockingly similar stories. Shocking. He had to pay out millions of dollars over one of the cases, the E.G. and Carroll case, for example. Here it is, the thing that you said you were worried about, the satanic Hollywood elites who play by different rules and think they can get away with it and think that they're special, think they're God's gift to this earth, but they're not. And they're unholy and they're unchristian. Is there anybody less Christian on this planet than fucking Donald J. Trump? Here it is. It's right in front of you. And you guys got duped. And you fell for it. And you voted for him. And you supported him. And you sat back and you watched him cut healthcare for 17 million people like he did in the big bullshit bill that just passed. And what do you have to say about it now? Nothing. Watch, by the way, all these fucking right-wingers who are struggling desperately, the Tim Dillons and the fucking Alex Jones and all these bro podcasts who are like, this is kind of weird, bro. Why is Trump like kind of hiding this Epstein stuff, bro? Well, a single one of them do a detailed segment talking about how Trump was involved in international human trafficking, like we covered the other day. Will a single one of them talk about this story, where you have a famous rapper on the record saying, I went to a Trump party and there were underage people having sex, and I felt like, hey dog, I'm not comfortable, I got a dip. Will any one of them talk about Jeffrey Epstein on literal audio tape saying I was Trump's best friend for over a decade? Will any one of them bring up Michael Wolff and what he said in an interview recently, when he said, I was working with Jeffrey Epstein, doing all these interviews with Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey showed me some of the dirt. And one of the things was there were about a dozen pictures that Epstein had of Trump. One of them included girls of an uncertain age, topless, pointing at Trump and laughing because he had a stain on his pants, and some of them were bent over. Will any of them talk about that? It's oh bro, it seems like something's fishy here with this Trump thing. Might as well not look any deeper and tell people the truth and just keep saying it's fishy as opposed to telling everybody the ironclad truth, which is this guy is in the Epstein files. He is a co-conspirator in the Epstein crimes. Say it or shut the hell up. But shout out to the Midas Touch guys. This is a huge story. Guys, spread this story far and wide, please. Spread this story far and wide. CNN should pick this up. MSNBC should pick this up. All the major networks should pick this up. How is it not already in that position? Look, I'm happy that CNN did hey, here's the resurfaced pictures from Trump's wedding in 1993. Jeffrey Epstein's there. Here's Epstein and Trump at the 1999 Victoria's Secret fashion show. I'm happy that they did that. But let's be serious. The bigger story here is verified, validated, another celebrity says underage sex parties at Trump properties. Damn. Now imagine for a second, this was a story about Barack Obama throwing an underage sex party, which is literally a fucking pedophile party. What would the right say about that? They'd be screaming to arrest him right this very second. So get the word out there, spread it far and wide, y'all. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.
That's over 10 years ago, before all of this brouhaha arose again. Do y'all think Luther is telling the truth, or is he embellished, or what do you guys think about this?
Don't make me start singing again.
He don't make it different.
I think he's telling the truth. He had no reason to embellish it. You know what I mean?
Welcome to the spam world. Welcome to the spam world.
I want to hear from Mike Tyson, because what the fuck? I know he done seen a lot of shit. A whole lot. If he ain't participated in too, but that's the next stuff.
It's too much out there. Okay.
Yeah, no, like Brooklyn said, if this was too much for Uncle Luke of 2 Live Crew, you know it had to be wild.
That was some crazy shit if it was too much for 2 Live
Crew. I got a dip. He said, I don't know how old these girls look. I'm not sure, but I'm dipping up out of here.
And you know, and you see how he actually got tricked. I mean, he didn't talk about it like extensively, but Trump telling him, hey, come over, we have some girls from the pageant, right? So girls being in a pageant, I don't think you can be like in a pageant unless you're 18. And you know, it probably gave him the impression that he was going to be dealing with adult women, right? And then he starts looking around the party and he's like looking at these girls and like everybody is looking real young. And so he starts to wonder, like, are they even old enough? Like, what the F is going on? You see? Because those may or may not have been the same girls from the pageant. I mean, we do know that Trump ran a teenage pageant too, but I just get the impression that in order to get people over, you know what I mean, he just sort of mixed up, you know, just playing with people's expectations.
They could have been from the pageant. Miss Teen USA pageant starts from 14 to 19.
Oh, 19. Oh, 19. Okay.
Age 14 up to age 19. So they could have been from the pageant.
Right. But I mean, you know, technically speaking, only the 18 and 19-year-olds would be safe to deal with.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They shouldn't have been there at all. But yeah.
Especially if there's drugs and liquor around, the 18 and 19-year-olds ain't had no business there neither.
I believe these reporters going to get a lot of tips. I think it's like piranha in the water and they smell blood. I think more stories are going to drop.
Everybody wants to tell a story now. It's too good. Money's too good.
Yeah.
I think the Republicans would just cut their losses and get rid of them. Like, if they would, I think the closest thing to this going away is slow singing and flower bringing. That's basically how I'm feeling right now.
That stupid guy that is airing out, is, what do you call that? Streaming our room. He got the nerves to put mom on phone, speaking on trans mom, and then he puts Democrats versus Republicans. You're a fucking weirdo. And you're a fucking piece of shit. So you can hear me.
So the room is being streamed again?
Of course. He streams your room every night.
Are you serious? You know, you're pathetic. You don't have.
Y'all gotta
else to
play
do.
music in between.
Well, y'all can play music then, because this is getting ridiculous. Because somebody was just in my back channel telling me that they ran across this room on YouTube as well. So you're pathetic that you don't have enough wherewithal to create your own content. You have to steal, rooms that you're not even associated with. That you haven't even talked to the curator and say, hey, is it cool? I'd like to stream your room and, be in alliance with them. You are a weird, sad man that you don't have enough wherewithal that you can create your own stuff.
Madame. Let's see what else there is.
He can be hurt to the point to where that one person, that one woman, can change his out.
See, on the 7th of October, a group of Hamas fighters who had enough, right, and who wanted to act revenge because of all the starvation and all the stuff that you'd been doing over the past years, walked into your country. Some of your soldiers ran away, and I mean ran away. And for how many hours was it? 8 hours? 8 hours they walked freely around that country, around your country, right deep in there, and they shot and they killed and murdered, right? And I condemn it. I condemn that, right? What they did to screaming condemn it, right? People get innocents, more innocents getting killed. But if your army was that good and you keep telling us about the IDF this and the IDF that. How come, right? It took how many hours? How many? And they just walked in. They walked in. And hold on, let me just one more. And then listen. And then when it come to time for your hostages, some of your hostages were coming back. They put their hands up and they're coming out, and you shot them. The IDF shot them.